welcome back. And if you're new, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Amanda.
And today we're going to be going over our March TBR. Honestly, I think my goal for the month is to actually stick with this list. We always record one of these. I always intend to read the books that I talk about, and I never do. So
I think I do a pretty good job.
No, you do great. I feel like you read all the ones you say.
Well, because I love setting aside some time and thinking like, what am I going to read next month? I think it's exciting, and I really truly am like, this is what I want to read.
I can't do that. It was a struggle for me to just find the few that I picked out. In our February TBR, we did mention that we wanted to start buddy reading at least one book a month, and the book last month we didn't even go through. You DNF'd it.
I DNF'd it. It was A Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. If I DNF'd it, you would have been
right. It's a new month. We have better picks.
We're gonna let y'all pick for us over on Instagram. Two completely different genres. We want to start doing a monthly buddy reading vlog. So we have two options right now. First one is Flock by Kate Stewart. This one is everywhere. I'm so excited. And I always see people love it.
This is one we have no idea what it's about. If you have read it or you're a fan of this one, definitely vote for it, because I would rather read this one this month. But our second pick, Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. This one's huge as well, especially right now.
Yeah.
Shocking to see, because I don't see a lot of sci-fi that are trending. So this is one we're both really excited for as well. This will be our first sci-fi, new genre, so we do have high hopes. Whichever one wins, we know we're gonna love it. Can't wait to do a reading vlog. We haven't done one since the ACOTAR, and that was like a long time ago, so we're so excited to buddy read.
We are going to do a poll over on our Instagram this Friday the 4th, so if you want to vote for which one you think we should read in our buddy vlog, go ahead and follow us on our Instagram and make sure you vote there.
So we actually have an exciting vlog coming out. We went book thrifting, so we bought a bunch of used books, and while we were out, I actually found Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I was so shocked to see this there. I do see this series a lot on like Book Talk. I don't know if I'm on fantasy Book Talk or what.
Yeah,
I think we're on different book talks. So excited to start this series. It's one I saw everywhere. I do know that everyone that reads this either loves it or hates it. I'm excited to see which one I'm going to be. I do have high hopes though. When I read the synopsis, I thought it was very interesting. So it's based in a world where everyone is divided by blood, either red or silver. The reds are the commoners who are ruled by this silver blood who has godlike powers. The story follows a 17-year-old girl named Mare, and she is a red girl, comes from a life of poverty, and finds herself working in the Silver Palace. So while she's surrounded by the people she hates the most, she discovers she has powers of her own that may threaten the whole balance of everything. So such an interesting plot. I'm so excited to start it. This is one I'm pretty confident that I will read this month.
Okay.
I hope so.
I hope so.
If you've read it, please pressure me in the comments to read it. I know that there's a bunch of books in this series, and this is becoming a TV show.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm trying to jump on this story before so I can see the adaptation after, but so excited to read this.
Okay, so I definitely want to read The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune this month. It's just time for me to read it. I've had it on my physical TBR for a while. I know you absolutely loved it.
It's so good.
Everyone that I've seen has read this book has loved it, so I'm really excited. I know it's about a caseworker who works for the department that is in charge of magical youth. He gets a highly classified assignment and then sent out to this magical island orphanage, and he has to report back his findings. I heard this is such a heartwarming story, just light and beautiful and just a happy time, and I just feel like March is like the start of happy
just times. Like springtime.
Yeah, like we can start tanning again. We can go swimming. I don't know, I just feel like this will be a really good one to read during the month of March.
It's so good. I'm so excited for you to finally experience this.
It's been a while, and I've been like holding off for the perfect time, and I think March is it.
So the next one on my list is Hot House Flower by Kristen Becca Ritchie. This is the second book in the Calloway Sisters series. In our wrap up, I talked about how I read Kiss the Sky. So I'm ready to read the next one. This one is in Daisy's perspective. I am so excited because this was the couple that I've been waiting to read. The overall series is basically 3 couples, 6 best friends. All of them have a different trope, and it's just such a great group of people. I love the characters. I briefly talked about how I didn't love the plot in Kiss the Sky. I don't know what the plot is of this one. I just know I'm excited to read it.
I think they're gonna be my favorite couple.
I think so too. I'm just slowly making my way through this series. I'm hoping to read it this month. Just please make me.
Yeah, please do. I definitely want to read Briar You by Elle Kennedy this month. I want to like try and get through as much as I can. I feel like I need to finish a series already. Whether it's this one or the Calloway Addicted series, it just needs to happen before I buy more. I am excited for this one because we did just finish the Off-Campus series. This is kind of going to be the same thing. Hockey player best friends who are also roommates, and they each have their own book with their own different romance tropes. I'm excited to just get through this and then read the legacy.
Yeah.
I hope I will love these boys just as much as I loved the Off-Campus boys.
I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
And I love this series because they're such quick reads.
They are.
They're easy, quick, but they're good. So as you guys know, Neil Shusterman is my favorite author. I did start the Unwind series last month, and I know already I want to read the next one this month. This series was on my predicted 5-star list. We have a whole video of like books we think we would give 5 stars. I can definitely see at least one of the books in this series being a 5-star for me, so hopefully it's the second one, we'll see. So I do love the premise of this story. I love the writing. I briefly talked about it in our wrap up, but if you didn't watch that one, the story is based in a world where the second Civil War was fought over reproductive rights, and this crazy resolution was that life is inviolable until the age of 13, but after that time, when the child is 13 to 18, the parents can decide to have their children unwound, which basically would distribute all of their organs to different donors. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But they do this thinking that their life never really ends. It's just distributed across different people, so their life continues to live through other people. Crazy premise, but the writing is so well done. We follow 3 characters who are supposed to be unwound, and they kind of escape in order to survive. I really enjoyed the first one. I'm excited to read the second one. I definitely think that will happen this month. So I'm saying that for all of these, and then when we do our wrap up, I'm probably none of these, but we'll see.
Okay, so next I want to read Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Last month I did read After I Do. This one I definitely am excited for. I heard that the audiobook is one of the best audiobooks ever, so I think I want to listen to it and read it at the same time. I know it is becoming a TV series, and I'm also excited about that. This is just about a band, a really popular band back in like the 60s, and we're just following how they came to be and how they broke up and everything in between. So I am really excited for that. I love The Seven Husbands, so hopefully I'll love this one just as much.
So this was actually on my February TBR. Did not even touch it last month, so I put it on this month. Hopefully I get around to it because Adrienne Young, this author, every book that I've read of hers already, I loved. I know that I'm probably gonna like this one. I just haven't gotten around to reading it. This is Sky in the Deep. It's a Viking story. So it's about a 17-year-old warrior. Her whole life is basically about fighting and surviving. So there are 2 enemy clans, and her only choice is to unite them in order to fight a greater evil. She sees her brother, who she watched died years ago, fighting for the other side. So that just sounds so interesting. Like, you want to know what happens. I need to start reading this book. Please, someone make me read it. Very interested because I've never read a Viking type of story. Initially, I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I had to buy it because, like I said, every book that I've read so far by her, I really liked. So this month, we will see.
I hope so.
I'm manifesting it.
Just read it. Okay, next I want to read Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. This was a recommendation for me. I really wanted to get into murder mystery thrillers, and I feel like everyone that I've read so far just has been like predictable and boring, and just none of them have been my favorite. So I'm really hoping I'll love this one. I did see it has a lot of good reviews on Goodreads.
Okay, good.
Which is good. I don't know what it's about, but that's how I want to keep it.
I'm excited for you to read it because I want to know if I should read it.
And I hope that I think that you should read it.
What? You lost me. But yes,
I hope that I like it enough to tell you that you should read it.
I agree.
What are you most excited to read?
Probably Red Queen.
Yeah.
Let's hope I read it. That's gonna be me starting another series though.
Oh.
Yeah.
I also have to read A Court of Frost and Starlight. I did just finish the 3rd one in the series and it wrecked me, so I have to read this one, and then we'll see if I want to read
Nestas.
I
haven't read it yet.
Many people like absolutely loved hers.
They did.
They did? I haven't seen anything about it. Dang, okay.
Now that you finished the series, I bet you're gonna start seeing it.
Probably, now that we're talking about it. Okay, so that is going to be it for today's video. Hopefully we can stick to
this list.
I think I will.
I'm gonna assume 2 out of 5. is the minimum that I'll get done.
I'm gonna assume I'm gonna read every single one that I said.
And I think you will. Leave a comment down below letting us know what book you're most excited to read this month. And as always, we put out new book videos every Wednesday and Friday, so make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.
Bye. Departments in charge of magical youth. So I know it's about this caseworker who works for the who works for a department he works for a department in Macy's, and